Nor was a young man living in a fantasy world. He was strong for his age and well-liked by everyone in the town. He had a job that required hard work, and even his boss was impressed by him. His boss never had anything bad to say about Nor because he was the best worker he had ever seen. One day, after getting his daily pay, Nor was about to head home when he suddenly heard a woman screaming for help from a nearby cave. Without hesitation, he rushed over, ignoring his boss's warning that it could be dangerous. Inside the cave, he saw a girl wrapped in magical barbed wire while a group of adventurers fought a giant demonic bull. Since Nor was a child, he had to take care of his sick mother and their home. He took on the responsibility bravely, making hot soup for his bedridden mother and telling her he would hunt rabbits so they could have some meat for dinner. His mother would clean his face and apologize for not being able to give him anything, but Nor always put on a brave face and told her he didn't need anything else. One night, he prepared a hearty rabbit stew for his mother, but when he came back to feed her, she had already passed away. The next day, after taking care of the animals, Nor got ready to leave his home and head to the city to become an adventurer. He spent the night in the forest with a campfire and arrived at the beautiful city of this kingdom the next morning. Entering through the giant main gate, he was amazed by the number of people in the markets, selling and buying everything from swords to fruits. While walking, Nor noticed a man with a sword and had decided to follow him, which led him to the Adventurers Guild. When he entered, he was surprised to find a big, burly man at the reception instead of the girl he imagined. Disappointed, Nor told the man he wanted to be an adventurer. The man dismissed him, saying this was no place for kids and asking about his parents. Nor replied that his parents were dead, which caught the man's attention. The burly man then told Nor to go to the training school first. Nor was confused, but the man explained that to join the guild, he needed to pick a school, go through basic training, choose his class and skills, and only after graduating could he become an adventurer. Nor was happy to get the information and excitedly headed to his school to become the strongest swordsman. He enrolled and started training in swordsmanship, but even after several weeks, while other students began to show their magical abilities, Nor still had none. He kept practicing and months went by. Finally, the instructor told him he didn't have the talent and was wasting his time. He suggested Nor join a different school as he wasn't fit to be a swordsman. Nor didn't give up. He found another school and decided to train as a warrior. He started training under a big red-headed man. After several months of intense training, the redhead told him he didn't have the talent for it either, as all he had learned was how to parry attacks. Nor tried several different schools. First, he trained as a hunter but got kicked out. Then he tried to become a thief but was rejected for lacking talent. He then attempted to become a magician but failed at that too. Finally, he decided to become a healer, but he failed and returned disappointed. The fatty was shocked to realize that after spending months at every school, he hadn't learned anything. He was told that he couldn't become an adventurer. Feeling disappointed, he left the city and went back to his cottage in the woods. But he refused to give up. He made his own training setup with a sword and focused on perfecting the one move he had learned, parrying and deflecting attacks. He practiced day and night for a year and became strong enough to parry 10 attacks at once. He kept training, and after 3 years, he could parry 100 swords at once but didn't learn any new skills. He continued his training tirelessly until his sword broke. 14 years passed, and he realized he had trained every single day. Now he could parry 1,000 swords at once without fail. Despite all his hard work, he still hadn't gained any new skills. He decides to head over to the Adventurers Guild once more this time and meets a young girl who looks at his skills and suggests he go to a training school. Nor tells her that he's already been to all of them, which surprises her. She tells him that he doesn't have any skills to become an adventurer. Nor gets disheartened again. When the fatty comes out and barely recognizes him, they sit down to talk over some beer. Nor shares his training story from the past years. The fatty explains that adventurers are ranked from E to S, and even to be an E-rank adventurer, you need at least one skill, which Nor doesn't have. Nor feels sad, but the fatty tells him that there is another rank below E called F. F-rank adventurers can't take kill quests or work in the forests outside the city. They can only do odd manual labor jobs in the city. To his surprise, Nor immediately accepts this and finally gets his adventurer's license. He starts doing odd jobs around the city, like carrying heavy loads and finding lost cats, and keeps training every night. He also takes nursing jobs and takes care of old people by cooking for them. While doing all this, he continues to train and is happy working as an adventurer who can actually help people. We return to the present, where a giant bull charges at the adventurers and smashes their leader with an axe, sending him flying into a wall. Nor quickly checks on him but finds that he is dead. He sees the other adventurers being killed by the bull effortlessly, one by one, until the bull's eyes land on a white-haired girl. Nor's body reacts immediately. He throws a rock at the bull to distract it and then runs away. The monster chases him with surprising speed, and Nor realizes he can't escape. He turns around and parries the bull's attack. To his surprise, the parry is so strong that the bull is blasted into the wall. The bull quickly recovers and jumps through the dust to attack Nor again. Nor parries the attacks over and over, knowing that if he misses even one, he's as good as dead. He looks for an opening to strike, but realizes he doesn't have any offensive skills to land an attack. His sword starts chipping, but then the demon turns its attention back to the girl and rushes towards her. Nor quickly uses his feather step ability to increase his speed and appears in front of the bull, deflecting its attack at the cost of his own sword. He remembers his father saying that an adventurer defends the weak even at the cost of their own life. Despite having a broken sword, Nor stands his ground. When the monster attacks again, Nor parries with all his might, deflecting the axe so strongly that it chops the head of the bull cleanly before getting stuck in the rocks. The girl is utterly shocked as blood splatters everywhere, but the magical restraints on her disappear. Nor falls to the ground, looking at his shattered sword and thinking about how close the call was. The girl immediately thanks him for saving her life and asks his name, but Nor replies that his name isn't worth remembering and walks away. As he walks through the streets, he thinks about how he almost got killed by a giant bull, and realizes he needs to train even harder if he truly wants to become an adventurer who can protect people. This wraps up the first episode of Parry Everything Recap. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.